I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here. And today, apparently, Kamala Harris has a quote unquote plan for black men. She has a plan for black men. No, you didn't mishear me. Kamala Harris has a plan for black men. Ironically, she releases this quote unquote plan for black men about 2 weeks before the election. Y'all smell that? Y'all smell that? It smells like some bullshit. You ask me. And if you actually look at the actual quote unquote plan, it's written like it's some bullshit. But fortunately, I went through it, so you didn't have to. But if you want to, I'll post a link to it later. But yeah, Kamala Harris has a plan for black men. Gee, I wonder why she has all of a sudden now she has a plan for black men. Would it have something to do with this?
Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
May it have something to do with that? Just saying. Maybe it has something to do with something like that. But oh, got my first super chat. All right. Not gonna lie. With each passing day, Barry's lecturing seems more like a position poison pill than helping a hand. Yeah, probably. It's galvanized all black men, and even some black women can't sign off on what Barry said. Yeah, that's true. What's good? But let me go on and set up my screen here, and I'm just going to read off to you some of the stuff that Kamala Harris is allegedly providing for black men. First off, she wants to provide 1 million loans, only a million, for up to $20,000 for you to start or improve your business. Oh, did I mention it's not just for black men, it's for everybody, not just black men. But it's allegedly for black entrepreneurs. She didn't specifically say black men, black entrepreneurs. That could be black women too. That could be Haitian people. That could be Nigerian people. But this is allegedly supposed to be for black men, right? So let's go to the next one. Launch a national equity for black men. Well, that's for black men. Okay. Now get a load of this one. Legalize marijuana at the federal level. Hmm. Wow, how exciting. Uh, lower cost by getting on price gougers. Yeah, good luck with that. They're probably just going to raise prices. Lowering rent prices. Championing education to help black men get good jobs. What's going on, Lewis? I'm just going over Kamala Harris's plan to help black men. Let's see, where was I at? Here's an interesting one. Help black men with crypto. No, I'm not making that up. In her plan, she actually says she plans to help black men invest in crypto. That's not a misnomer. Now, I do know some brothers like to dab in crypto, so if that's what you're fancy, whatever. But let's see. Let's see, where was I at? Increase funding for HBCUs and MSIs for medical school. Yeah, probably. Um, Protect and strengthen the Affordable Care Act. Let's see. Enable black men and other workers, translation, not just for black men, to profit from executives' profit, whatever that means. I'm almost done here. Offer more grants for leadership development, support black farmers, provide low cost internet access, releasing the burden of medical debt, try tripling the black families' first time home buyers. How do you plan to do that? How do you plan to do that? Just saying. All right. Let's see. Here's her word salad of a plan. Hence the reason I kind of trying to break it down because it is rather tedious and long. Oh, I did leave, but in just so some people don't come out and say I missed informing somebody, I did leave some parts out. Case in point. Um, half of this is half of this shit is boogeyman bullshit. Talking about talking about now Trump's trying to get you. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Kamala Harris has a plan for black folk. If anybody want to come up and talk to me about this, you can do so now. But Kamala Harris has a plan for black folks, allegedly. Now, will it go anywhere? Probably not. And I find it very convenient that they're doing this about 2 weeks before the election. Very convenient that they're trying to pull this crap 2 weeks before the election. But they must be desperate. But they pulling this crap 2 weeks before the election. All right. Let's see. But yeah, let me copy that link. Which one is it? Oh, this one. If you want to read through this crap, it is long. Hence the reason I kind of shortened it a little bit. You can do so. But yeah, this is Kamala Harris's so-called agenda for black folk. Shout out to KMS. Is she also planning to use snack bar and the cafeteria and that we can get out our school early on Fridays? Oh my gosh! Yeah, pretty much. Yes, yes, KMS. She actually talked about crypto. Can't make this shit up. Speaking of which, don't nobody say shit. What's going on,
Four
AL?
words. Four words. I got four words. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? For real.
No, no, I'm not. About 2 weeks before the election. Let's see. Let me hold on. Wait a minute. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, just about 2 weeks before the election, she came out with a so-called plan for black men.
Yeah, we went through that bullshit this morning on the Roger Report. I'm talking about ridiculous as fuck. A joke. I'm like, whoever told her to throw that bullshit up against the wall, they hoped it would stick. Uh, that debacle of shit turned into the ruins real quick and slid off the wall. Fast.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. See, we have the snowman in the building.
Good evening, gentlemen. What's up, AL?
I'm sorry. I'm getting old and I'm getting petty. How about them Cowboys? They got their ass whipped.
They put me to sleep.
Sorry,
We were covering this.
sorry, dude.
Huh? I didn't hear what you said, AL.
Sorry is and sorry does.
Oh yeah. And my
Yeah.
friend Victor's a Cowboy fan, so he was dying inside covering the game yesterday.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You know, my question is though, right? How many big screen TVs are Cowboys fans going to break by the end of the season?
Is a number that high?
No, I told y'all a long time ago, y'all don't pay attention. Every Sunday, whenever they lose, DWI rate goes up, assault and battery goes up, domestic violence goes up, and
Yep.
one more
Damn.
thing, one more thing goes up in the state of Texas. Oh yeah, what did I say? DWI, assault and battery, domestic violence, and assault. Yeah, assault goes up on the Cowgirls watch
Everything. Yep.
from
Yep.
September to January.
It all
Guaranteed.
goes up. It all goes up. How you doing, AL? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm 6-1. Sitting pretty. Finna take on Green Bay this week and fuck them up too. We have no problems in Houston.
I hope y'all do fuck them up.
But yeah, today we're
So what did I read about Cackling Cam having a plan?
she has a plan for black men.
Which equals a total stack of malarkey and bullshit rolled into one. That shit there that was presented to us this morning on the Rock Report was so stank, so foul, generic, and pandering. I mean, with no substance whatsoever. It was just crazy. I was appalled.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Do I even want
Well,
Do I need
I'll read
to?
off the list. I'll read off the list to you again because I wrote
Yeah, because
I took notes, man, because that shit is too long for me to do it on screen. That shit's
hmm
too long, man. And it has a whole bunch of other shit in it that's not important. Trump bad. Oh my gosh, Trump's coming to get you. Project 2025. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Before I read through it, it's long and hold on. Let's see, pull it up. Uh, it's a bunch of word salad
oh no.
with Hidden Valley Ranch. Trying to read through that motherfucker.
Then you may need a full screen of word salad if it's. No, I'm not going to say if it's that long. I know it's that long. Dear God.
And it kind of repeats itself too, instead of just getting to the point. About the flowery language. Kamala Harris is going to do all this stuff for you, and blah 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 blah. Trump's evil. Trump's bad.
Okay. I have a response for that. And I think you gentlemen know it very well. It reads as follows.
Now that is some bullshit.
All right, let me put full screen here, just to give me an idea of what you're looking at.
Oh no.
Kamala Harris will deliver for black men. Like I said, I'm sorry. I don't know about you, Snowman, but if I'm talking about delivering for black men, why would you put a picture of your opponent in that message? I
And
mean,
you wonder why I played the.
If he's reelected, things will get worse. Donald Trump is a serious threat to
Okay,
the
if it's
lives and opportunities of black America and black men. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was being over dramatic for on purpose.
I know, and I love it. I love it. If this is a plan for black men, what's your opponent doing on your screen?
What do they call it? TDS, Trump derangement syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
They assume everybody has Trump derangement syndrome, pretty much. We have Nema in the building.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Now, AB, I can't let you have all the fun. And besides, I saw, that you were live,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in the middle of eating, so you just ruined my appetite. So I guess it's fair. I was about to have a chocolate brownie cake, but you just ruined my appetite. Damn it.
Oh.
Hey, Snowman, how you been?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm all right. How's the wife?
She's better.
The
She's
daughter?
better.
How's the sore throat, man? She feeling better?
Yeah, she's feeling a lot better.
But as you can see, this is some long ass shit. So I did my best to just kind of skim through it and pull out the stuff I thought that was important.
Chris, could you please sum up my frustrations with this situation?
What in the all types of blue hell?
Thank you.
Oh, here's some more fear mongering. Donald Trump is reportedly shown an open contempt for black Americans and black men.
We've known that for years. The Central Park Five, anyone?
Attacking the right, feeling division, and standing in the way of their progress.
This motherfucker is divisive by nature. So what else is new?
Oh, here comes another one. Donald Trump and his Project 2025 agenda will criminalize communities and roll back rights and protections for black Americans.
He's been backpedaling about that shit because after the lid was blown off that shit, he's been denying he had any involvement in it. So fuck that shit.
Does anybody remember the cartoon Ren and Stimpy?
You idiots!
Because with this in front of me, I just feel like winding up and going, You stupid idiot.
First of
Actually,
all,
actually,
Snowman.
and I gotta find a clip of it.
Mhm.
I'll put a clip of that on myself. You big dummy.
You
You know,
big dummy.
shout out
Need
recipe for
that.
Red Fox. Dummy,
Need that.
dummy,
You big dummy.
dummy. Donald Trump and his Project 2025 agenda will increase drug costs and rip away access to insurance for millions of black men and their families. Oh my God.
Why are they trying?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Thank you, Mr. Samuels. May you rest in peace. Thank God he's gone. I'm sorry. As fucked up as it is for me to say this, but I'm glad Kevin is dead and gone because he doesn't have to witness all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He doesn't have to live through all this bullshit.
yeah.
I agree. I'm glad my dad's gone too. Same reason.
My father
No
said
longer
my
being
father as well.
no longer being in pain
Mm-hmm.
or
Oh,
nothing. Just
get a load this one. Under Trump, 300,000 black Americans lost their health insurance in his first 2 years. Oh my gosh.
Wait. Did they? Was it under Trump?
Even that were true, how many lost their insurance under Biden? That's an easy thing to do if you don't have the money to pay for it.
You escalated even worse. I mean,
Oh,
every
and to any of the sisters that are listening, talking about 300,000 lost their health insurance. How many of y'all lost your health insurance when you got evicted from your houses? And I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything, but you think they're not losing their health insurance too?
I have a mile-long pedigree just in the past 3 years to speak about what my wife and I have gone through in terms of health insurance. Okay? It's to a point, and I'm going to anger the piss out of AB for this one. I don't think he knows this. And Neymar, I don't think you know this either, but I'm going to go ahead and spill my guts.
by all means.
I don't even qualify for Medicaid or Medicare.
What?
I'm not surprised. I mean,
Nope. I can't get either.
Because you haven't contributed anything here in the state of Indiana, is what their excuse is.
Yep.
Snowman,
And
besides you and AB, I have a gaming buddy. He's a Gen X. He's like a back end boomer, beginner Gen X. So you know that gray area between the Gen X and boomers.
Yep.
60s baby, and a veteran. He lives in Indiana. And I remember asking him what the situation is over there, and he said, first of all,
Okay, we need to continue.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, where was I at? Crap! How many times did they mention Project 25 in this motherfucker? Donald Trump and his Project 2025 will raise costs and increase racial wealth gap for black men and their families. Oh my gosh!
Hey,
I love the way you're reading
could you
this.
stop with that voice, man? You're giving my ear an earache. Now I gotta play "Earache My Eye" by Cheech and Chong.
but this is what they're saying to you, though. This is what they're trying to say to you, though.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, y'all, I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Trump wants to raise prices of household goods from clothing to groceries to medicines, costing a typical family more than $4,000 a year. Oh my gosh!
As if you haven't been through enough with this fucking stagflation under Biden.
Speaking of which, y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit the gas share, support the show. Hit the super chat, support the show. Are you not entertained?
Dear Kamala Harris.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Old Snowman went through and beat cancer with the help and love of his wife and family. And all I got was a virtual dumb handshake and being told to go back to work. I'm through talking.
Alexa, please play "Fuck You" by CeeLo Green. Thank you.
Pretty much. Under Trump, jobs disappear, and unemployment spiked to nearly 17% by Black Americans, including 16% for Black men. Oh my gosh!
Why do you have to sound so gospel at the end? Are we in church?
Come on, let me do my thing. Neighbor, shut up. Let me do my thing. During the pandemic, Trump shortages many Black-owned businesses and get special treatment to large and well-formed companies. Oh my gosh! Trump's Project 2025 agenda will give tax windfalls to big corporations. Oh my gosh! And the wealthy. Oh my gosh!
Oh Lord! Oh Lordy, Lordy,
Actually, that's a little
Lord!
bit. Trump's Project 2025 agenda.
Oh Lordy, Lordy, Lord!
Will terminate public services loan forgiveness program. Oh my gosh!
Oh dear Lord!
You both are idiots.
No, I'm just
No,
psychotic.
seriously, half of this is them crying about Trump.
I know. I mean,
Trivial
she
shit.
has no plan in place. None.
She's a fucking tool. I mean, I remember we were talking about this on whatchamacallit, the morning shift with Cole, and he even said, and we even said it. I was like, what the fuck? He didn't. Well, that wasn't exactly his word. This wasn't his exact words, but he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You know what the deal is?
But half
This
that
election's
plan,
a shit show. A shittier show than the last one. Oh, the one
but
before that.
half of that is just talking about Trump's coming to get you. Oh my gosh!
It's a repeat of 2016.
And yes, I know what I'm doing is annoying, but that's how it reads to certain Black people. That's why I do it like that.
It's fear mongering.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fear mongering.
All I heard, and if you guys were ever a Peanuts fan, all I heard was.
Oh yeah, that's
But here's the thing, damn it. I'm reading off her so-called plan for Black men. And half of it's fear mongering. Half of it's Trump's gonna get you. Oh my gosh.
Just like Obama is losing brain cells as well as his hair going grayer than it is. Just campaigning for this stupid ass bitch. Yes, I said stupid ass bitch. She's a blank face, deer in the headlights looking piece of shit. That's all I'm gonna say about her.
I have a 3-word response for this quote unquote plan of hers for Black men. It reads as follows, quote,
"Stop the cap."
Close quote.
It's continuation of the shaming they're trying to do to Black men. You want us to vote? You want them to vote? Excuse me. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm not even in the States. I can't legally vote. But if you want the Black male vote, sell them a dream. Convince them why they should campaign for you instead of all this fear-mongering shit. You cannot fear-monger Black men the same way you can do Black women.
Okay. May I invoke the legendary George Carlin here?
Please.
Why not?
So I have solved this political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing. And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around. I know. They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote and you elect dishonest, incompetent Americans and they get in office and screw everything up, well, then you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who didn't even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what they've done. They have every right to complain as loudly as I want about the mess you created that I have nothing to do with. So I know a little later on this year, you're going to have one of those swell presidential elections that you love so much. You enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure after the election's over, your country, aka black women, if you know who gets elected, will approve immediately. As for me, I'll be at home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a little fun here, folks. Give me just a second. I gotta set it up.
Well, in the meantime,
so tell me if there are any lies in that soliloquy. Tell me if there are any lies in that soliloquy.
no lies at all.
No lies to be detected at all.
No lies at all. I mean, if you voted
This
for whoever,
shit was bought and paid for before we even showed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What is he wearing on his head?
What the hell is this?
And he's got a septum piercing.
This is what. How can I say this?
Honestly,
this is what a black male sounds like when he's been drinking the Democratic Kool-Aid.
Oh dear.
Black male Trump supporters, you guys are basically the black boys that got roasted and bullied in school for wearing Pelly Pellies and Echo sweatshirts. Y'all.
Oh, excuse you?
Yeah. How many ways can I say projection 101?
Probably the same ones that walked into your wardrobe and probably saw that Sean John Velour outfit and said, you know what, this is the one.
Repeating AB's question. How many times can you say projection 101?
Y'all the ones who probably listened to country music low-key in high school, but had to make sure you told everybody on the block you listen to Rough Riders because you ain't one.
I listened to metal growing up. But then again, I'm not ADOS. So what do I
Yeah,
know?
I've listened to country. So what?
I've listened to country. I've listened to classic rock. I've listened to a little bit of everything. I've been called eclectic for many, many years. I shocked the piss out of my mother as a baseball announcer when I'm banging AC/DC's Highway to Hell in my ears and she walks by and her mouth drops through the floor. You want to try that again, sir?
I'll do you one better.
Let's go.
I listen to gospel music while I'm on the machine.
There you go.
Yeah. By the way, AB.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me finish.
Okay.
I listen to gospel music on the machine. Now, to my question to anybody that thinks I'm a chump for doing that, what you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
Any artists in particular?
Depends on the day. Richard Smallwood. Sometimes every now and then I listen to a Kurt Franklin song. Marvin Sapp, Karen Clark Sheard.
Yolanda, what's her face?
My wake
Adams.
up song.
Yeah.
My wake up song is "Bang on the Drum" by Todd Rundgren.
Okay.
The closest I ever got to wearing a Sean John Velour suit was Def Jam Fight for New York on PlayStation 2.
I missed that game. That game was the shit.
I got a copy of it. Have you ever got to play Vendetta as well?
I have one question for this. I don't want to even use the term simp because even though he looks like one, he's probably below that level. But my question is as follows.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Actually, I thought you were going to play the other one.
Oh, you mean this one?
What is gay?
Exactly. That's what I was waiting on.
What is gay? What is gay? You know who this fool reminds me of?
Wait, no, what is gay?
You know who this fool reminds me of with the lip and the nose piercings? He reminds me of what's his name? No, who is it? Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi, what's his face? The little dark skinned dude from Philly.
I thought that was the one you were looking for.
Mhm.
And just in case, as Philip Redden is in the building, just in case you guys missed that question, BGS, do it again.
What is gay?
How dare BGS do a Ugandan accent and pull it off that well?
And pull it off that
well.
How dare he?
I had no game when it came to black women. Y'all could.
I don't want any game when it comes to black women, you stupid ass. I'm happily married.
Yeah, my question to him is, why are you talking about yourself?
Pull one if your life depended on it.
My
Y'all
question
probably
is,
the
who
same
let
ones
him
that
out of
got
the
beat up
house?
in school, and then your black mama was like, "Nah, you better run that ass back outside and finish that fight." And it makes a lot of sense why a lot of black men are voting for Donald Trump, because a lot of y'all got some unresolved trauma you need to work out.
Stop.
And because you couldn't work it out.
Stop. One more time for those of us in the cheap seats at Old Market Square Arena in Indianapolis.
What is gay?
And for those of us in the cheap seats at the old Chicago Stadium in my hometown.
What is gay?
I miss Market Square. Damn it.
Me too. I never got a chance to see it in person, but I watched enough Bulls Pacers game at Old Market Square Arena to know how venerable that place is.
I have.
You been to Market Square?
Yeah. It's been years ago. I was a kid, but you know.
Okay.
But see, you saw it. You got to see Market Square. I got to see Chicago Stadium. Oh boy. Go on.
Let's finish this sip soliloquy out.
Out when you were supposed to, you now want to take it out on the very thing that you hate and are traumatized by, and that is a black woman. Nah, no way you're gonna sit here and let a black woman be the leader of the free world, man. Not after the stuff you guys been through, from the Sean Johns and the Pelly Pellies and the Lugs boots that y'all was getting made fun of for in school by probably other little black girls. Y'all can't let that pain and that hurt go. So this is your get back. I see you.
What?
Hey, idiots.
What was that Chris Bates said? What in the all types of blue hell?
What in the all types of blue hell?
You mean that?
Yeah.
He said that's our get back?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Hey, dumbass. Look at the camera. Here's my get back. My championship ring.
Congratulations, Snowman. You went out like Jerome Bettis.
How incompetent can black males, and yes, I'm capitalizing that word, be? How incompetent can they get?
Well,
you'd be surprised.
Well, you just played an example. I answered my own question.
Yeah, well, that and they have mamas like this.
Now, black men, can y'all shut the... Okay? Y'all know what the pause is. Are y'all happy now? Have y'all been pacified enough? Kamala introduces new policies centered towards black men, including providing loans for black entrepreneurs and legalizing, the ganja. Y'all needed special treatment? Here you go. Now, what do these policies entail? Well, let me read for you. Kamala's new policies include providing $1 million in loans to provide entrepreneurs and others to start businesses, investing in black male mentorship and training programs, protecting cryptocurrency assets, launching a health equity initiative focusing on diseases that disproportionately impact black men, like diabetes and prostate cancer. That means take y'all asses to the goddamn doctor now.
Where the fuck was that in 2007?
For y'all. All up in my timeline, all I hear is black men bitching and complaining about what the government doesn't do for them. Let's be real. Y'all don't take a part of these opportunities anyways. And that's not me being funny. That's me being for real. Black women will take advantage of these opportunities sitting out there.
Yeah,
It's
because
because you
they're
guys are.
for you, not us, dummy. Hold on, let
Um,
me.
Breathe,
there's
Snowman.
a
Breathe.
there's a button that there's a button that
I
AB
actually
made
have
me
an
search for.
overlay for this.
There's a button that AB made me search for 2 weeks ago. There.
BGS,
there because
what
they
do you
want to
think of
do
these
better for
policies, first
themselves.
of all?
Now let's see if black men can get the fuck up now that there's something out there for them. That means not
There
just
was
voting
nothing
for
out here
Kamala
for us in the
Harris,
first
voting for
place.
Democrats to be in the Senate and the House, so these policies that benefit y'all can run through, so she can sign that goddamn bill. Kamala also pledges to help black farmers and ranchers as well. Work with Congress to encourage businesses to limit the use of criminal arrests in histories and credit.
Blah 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 blah
Okay,
blah.
I have an effective response to this creature.
Mm-hmm.
The
I have an
economy does.
I have an
I've been seeing these.
effective
Give me one
response.
presidential candidate.
AB, could you pause for a minute?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I know.
I have one response to this creature.
Now, black men.
Yeah, go ahead.
That creature, right? That thing right there.
Yes.
From the top, there was nothing in place for black men in the first place, and this has been true going on a half of a century. Second of all, if Congress and the presidency were actually serious about black men, not males, men entrepreneurship, then funds aside of loans would have been in place a long time ago. How do I know this? My mom and dad were entrepreneurs while they worked a full-time job up until 1989. Third of all, this black man who has a business, unfortunately, it's classified as a hobby according to the government because you some bitches won't give me what I need to really make this thing take off, i.e., a couple of investments.
Mm-hmm.
To have true black sports media in place. Am I preaching here, folks? Stop me if you heard this one before.
Oh no, keep preaching. I need type
ahead.
some. Go ahead.
I have been doing Snowman Multimedia, which was ISNet Chicago, which was Arena Sportsnet, since 1996. I've been to several different states. I've been to several different banks. You know what they all did when I asked for an investment on my idea? Laughed in my face.
If they are so serious about this, about helping black men, where the hell were they when Obama tried to put out
My brother's
My
keeper.
Brother's Keeper?
Where the
And
hell
who
were
the
they?
people who railroad that again, AB?
Oh, black women, like her.
Okay,
Yes. So
Let
you
me-
know good and well they're gonna railroad this shit, or they're gonna try to co-opt it.
let me couple this. Let me couple your questions with two more.
All right.
Where were y'all on June 12th, 2007, when my dad was passing away due to prostate cancer?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. My condolences.
How about that? Where were y'all on April 4th, 2022 in Indianapolis, Indiana, when my ass was laying on a goddamn table having 5 organs cut out of me?
Uh-oh.
Oh, and the reason for that, the reason I'm still kicking, I be stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And according to my wife and all the statistics that she looked up, I looked up, and the doctors helped me looked up, I should be in a fucking box.
But you're
Well-
here with us, which is what is all.
But I'm not in a box. I'm here. And I'm gonna be here.
Which begs another question, Snowman. Since they're talking about prostate cancer, where the fuck were they when Uncle Charlie Wilson, after undergoing successful treatment for prostate cancer, was
Okay, we need
going
to move on.
around on tour raising awareness about prostate cancer?
Now, believe it or not, I have a special treat for you guys.
Hit me.
Oh, it is a special treat because we have another word salad interview.
Oh no.
Oh, but this is a special word salad interview. This is a particularly special salad interview. This word salad interview has sweet, sassy.
Oh Jesus.
Sorry.
Now, by a show of hands, who saw this one coming?
It was only a matter of time.
It
before he brought
was
this out.
indeed. It was indeed.
Yes.
By the
this
way,
guy's
are
from-
they gonna put out the blue cheese variation out soon?
Are they gonna put the ranch? No, wait, that is ranch. Duh, what the hell am I talking about? My brain hurts.
yeah,
Let's see it.
She sat down with sweet, sassy Roland.
She did not.
Actually, she did.
She did
Oh.
not.
She did.
Oh no.
Chris Bass,
No,
please.
please.
benefits everybody else here.
And I'm trying. I'm trying.
Let's get right to it. So right
Okay.
before I walked out there, someone posted a clip, and usually the clip. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do anything specifically for African Americans. But folk don't talk about what you said right before when you said that public policy that benefits Black folks, it benefits everybody else.
Right.
Huh?
That doesn't mean it's a policy for Black folk, you dumbass.
How does a Stop Asian Hate law benefit Black people?
Even we look at historically, Civil Rights Act, Voting Rights Act, it actually didn't just impact the African Americans, it impacted everyone else. But talk about that, because so many people have only clipped that one part without
That's too bad.
understanding the public policy implications.
That's too bad. That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Right. So you know that I mean, going back even before, but
So in other words, he's justifying, I can't just do anything for Black people. No! That's what Roland just justified.
Dr. King was very clear, right? If you have certain policies
Oh, now you're going to bring Dr. King.
Now she's gonna bring Dr. King into the equation.
that recognize one, that not everybody starts out on the same base.
Oh, wait a minute. What did Dr. King say before he died? What did he say about his people? And what did he say? Oh, right.
He said,
Hold on. Let me finish.
He was
Neighbor. I'm afraid I've integrated my people into a burning house.
mm-hmm.
that's what I
Because
was
that was his last sentence.
And what was Malcolm X? What did Malcolm X say about the house Negro?
We stick balls.
We said boss.
At this point. But if you have public policy that recognizes historical barriers, and what we need to do then to overcome, first speak truth about them and then overcome them, that in the process of doing that, not only are you directly dealing with the injustices and the legal and procedural barriers that have been focused on Black folks, but by eliminating those barriers, everyone actually benefits, right? And I know that to be true. So my policies include what I know is going to have a profound impact on Black folks around economic policy, but everyone will benefit from them. I intend to create as president what I have.
Yep.
Answer the goddamn question.
How
She's
sad is
not. She's doing the Mexican hat dance around it.
Yes, how sad is it she can't even answer Roland Martin's questions? Good Lord.
And look
And
at
she
an
agreed to have a
opportunity
sit down with this fat
that taps
sassy
into the
bastard.
ambitions and the aspirations and the dreams of the American people, and then addresses those in a way that recognizes, unlike my opponent who was handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times, not
And is still a billionaire.
everyone has access to those.
And shout out to Trump, because a lot of people who get that kind of inheritance squander it
Mhm.
and go broke.
Kinds of resources, but when you give people access to those resources, they thrive and we all benefit. Opportunity
Bullshit.
economy. That's why I say I'm going to make sure that we give first-time home buyers a $25,000 down payment assistance.
Let's see. You give them a
And
25.
that's supposed to do what?
Oh, just raise the prices even more. Oh, by the way, the average price for a house now is about. Last time I was talking to Salchi, he said it was $450.
Mm-hmm. And it's increasing.
And not $400, $450,000.
No, 450 with 3 extra zeros.
$450,000.
What we talking?
Because again, we
Wait a
know
minute.
that when you look at the history of how Black folks have been denied the opportunity for home ownership, be it redlining or what we know it's still been happening around a bias in home appraisals, that it is a barrier to achieving intergenerational success. But when we address it by doing things like helping folks get their foot in the door with a down payment assistance, they will have the ability.
Oh, just to get quick recap.
Where was?
I know. Just a quick recap for Dr. Dunbar if he wasn't paying attention, just wasn't watching. Apparently, Kamala Harris has came out with a quote-unquote plan for Black men. Give me 1 second. Let me get that link for you.
Just to get our foot in the door. Just to get our foot in the door.
Folks, understand.
You half-wit idiot. Where were you 4 years ago when my wife and I were trying to get our foot in the door in North Carolina? This is why I don't do politics, because they are so.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand why BGS doesn't do domestic politics. Good Lord.
Exactly. This is pissing me off. This is flat out and emphatically pissing me off.
And don't worry, we're not going through this whole interview.
To be on that track of intergenerational wealth building. My plan for extending and expanding the child tax dates them on the
new housing stock. They want to do the housing piece because what I think is not.
I'm sorry, that word salad was too long.
Being talked about.
Mm-hmm.
The building of new housing stock.
Yes.
And so because of the home foreclosure crisis, we literally built under 9 or 10 million homes in 2010, 2020. We're underbuilt now as well. The fewest homes being built since the 1940s.
Yes.
So a huge part of this problem with housing is that we don't have the stock. So talk about that piece there, because you got demand, but you don't actually have right now the available homes. So,
and I'm glad you actually presented the point the way you did, because let's also go back to what you know in my history on this in terms.
Okay, if you want to watch this fake ass shit, you do it on your own time.
Do it on, yes. Please take this down.
Because
please take this down.
Interview.
Hey, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. It's more of a statement. Please tell me that at the end of this interview, you didn't have to endure the horror of roly poly trying to show her how to wobble.
I have no idea. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that whole interview. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
So am I. I can't wait to see Dr. T pick this apart.
Yeah, I want to see Dr. T take it apart.
I can't wait to see Dr. T take this apart like Peyton Manning and Joe Montana against a vulnerable defense.
And Doc, I'm so glad you said that, because give me 1 second here. Because Dr. T himself has an 18-point black male agenda. Let's see here. I think it's 18 plans. It may have increased since then.
They might have expanded
it. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Tight.
I guarantee he expanded it.
Family court.
This is from Pip. This is a law from Pippin to Jordan, easy on the inbound pass.
Family court reform, education.
Affirmative action for black men. There you go.
These do expand. Targeted homelessness program, state issue. Yeah, that makes sense, because it's easier to do it at the state level than try to do it.
It is. Because if
And
you try to do it
I'm
federally,
glad he put this on there.
yep.
Target unemployment programs, federal and state issues. Yeah.
Because if you try to do the homeless issue on a federal level, there's so much bureaucratic red tape you're still going to have to go through.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh, what's going on, electrician guy? You there?
Who's here?
The electrician guy. You
What's
there,
up,
brother?
electrician?
Hey,
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's going on?
hey, gentlemen. Yeah, I'll say real fast about this.
Oh,
If
electrician
it,
guy. That's Craig. Never mind. Go ahead.
what up, AB? Thanks for the
Oh, Craig, the tech
invite.
guy. Okay.
Oh, what's up, tech guy?
What's going on? This was always going to be the response because if she didn't make this part of her 4-day, again, they had a 4-day DNC meeting. This should have been what they started with, and or at least been part of that. So people were going to always respond with "this is pandering." So, and I get it. People want to react and stuff like that. What Obama said was not as important as why he said it. That's what
Okay.
people are missing is why he said it. But
Yeah.
he and Clinton and all of them were always going to come out in the last 30 days. That was already part of their plan. But
Yeah.
overall, I've said this multiple times. Black men should not just assume that everybody knows what they want. Dr. Tia Johnson's plan has been out there since March. I think
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
March. And black men
Not
should have
for me.
put that out as like an official through some kind of official channel, whether it been a website. I don't know if he has his own website, but
Yeah, I'm reading off
it
his
should-
website. That's what I'm
yeah,
reading out.
it should have been promoted more. And you're
Mhm.
not going to get all of it. You maybe canonize it's like the Bible. They didn't canonize every story. You canonize your top 10. But the whole thing and her response about the whole marijuana thing, that's a state issue. The stuff I work in healthcare, all the healthcare stuff, that's already baked into the system.
Mhm.
You're supposed to go see your chief PCP, your primary care physician. If you have
Right.
issues going on, he or she will recommend a specialist for you. That's you have to now you can get that fast track. And if your dad if your dad and mom died of cancer, yeah, maybe by the time you're 38, you need to start being screened. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think a lot of black men, and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, when he passed, I think a lot of black men did go take it seriously.
Yeah.
I had people emailing me, "Hey, who could I call?" and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it doesn't. I agree with when AB played what that guy was saying. For some black men, this is payback. Because they can't articulate what they want. That one black woman is right when she said black women have programs. We take advantage of those programs, and men do not. She's not wrong about that. She's saying it very condescendingly, but
Mhm.
there's just a whole bunch of mixture of people.
It's a combination of things. They
Yeah.
the programs might be for us, but we don't know about them because, well, for one, they don't tell us. Black women. And when they do
No.
get it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But yeah, the healthcare stuff is out there. The marijuana stuff is out there. Now
Yeah.
she could have came out and said, "I'm going to pardon everybody I put in prison for marijuana violation." She could have said that. She could have. I've said before, she could have brought back My Brother's Keeper. She could have walked out there on stage and said, "My Brother's Keeper got defunded for reasons." She could say, I don't agree with. I'm going to bring that back and put teeth into it, put money behind it. She could have done that at her convention. That the time to unveil this was at the convention.
In
But
Chicago.
yeah, but since her campaign's back got internal numbers that independents or in early voting, independents are breaking away from her. That's I shouldn't say they're panicking, but because they haven't lost yet, but it's not black men's fault. She
Right.
didn't get endorsements in Detroit from the from the unions. That's not black men's fault.
Nope.
It is ultimately the Democrats have a male problem. They have a man problem with
Yep,
you know.
they have a
Period.
male problem. They have a man
Yeah,
problem.
they have to stop that. They cannot, and I've said this before, they cannot be seen giving black men anything because the other groups of men will get upset. They will get upset. They'll look at that as, oh, you're trying to get them ahead. So what they did is they gave things to black women. And they told black women, if you want to keep these butter biscuits coming to you, you can't share them. Black men didn't know this till about 3 years ago.
Yes.
And now that black men know it, they want, the vast majority of them, they just want revenge against black women. But to me, they should just come out and say it. This is not about, it doesn't matter what Kamala Harris should come out and say it. I'm not going to vote for her. I said in the summertime, all black men have to say politically is, I don't agree with her political positions. I'm not going to vote for
It's
her.
not necessarily about revenge or anything.
Well,
It's not
right.
gonna change anything.
Yeah. So instead of this, there have been this cherry picking what she says. But no matter what she said at this point in time, it was always going to be set up and look like it was, it's too little too late because all that shit should have came out. She could have done this Tuesday night at the convention. She should have just had somebody go out there.
It would have more of an effect if it was done during the convention. But,
yeah, but if it's not
for the election,
yeah, if it's not part of the convention, then it's not part of the platform, and it doesn't matter who is up there talking. They don't put it in their convention, their 4-day convention. It's not part of their platform. So this does look like it's pandering. But I'm glad that number 9 up there says state issue, and that's what I like about his plan is that he is telling black men this is a federal issue, and then here over this is your state issue. So the stuff that's state issue, I would not canonize. That's just me. Because she's a federal elected official, and she can't do anything about the state. So you gotta work. I literally should be able to come on a podcast with any men who have an issue with paternity and say, who are your family court judges and what are the laws in your state? I did this Saturday evening, and none of those black men on that panel knew that. So I was like, okay, then why are you complaining when you don't even know your family court judges and you don't know the laws in your own state? And they shut up. Yeah, they shut up. Yeah, because it's like, because you're just bitching. You sound like, and quite frankly, you sound like pussies when you're just complaining. But that I like Dr. Son Johnson's plan because he separates the two. But again, this in closing, this was always going to be considered pandering. And I'm gonna tell you this: Charlamagne the God tomorrow night, and I think they're in Detroit. He's going to serve her up a big old fastball to be able to,
just like Roly Poly did.
Well, he is. He's going to serve her a fastball that she needs to hit out of the park with all this stuff with Obama. It's going to go right down the middle, and she has to hit it out of the park. If she can't hit a ground rule double, she can't get she cannot do that. She has to hit it out of the park.
She can't bunt it either.
She can't bunt. She can't bunt it. She can't put it on the ground, hit into a double. Because if she puts it on the ground, she's hitting into a double play. All right.
She has to hit it out of the park, and he's going to give her the opportunity to walk back what Obama said. He's going to give her that opportunity.
Let me put it another way. With November 5th being right around the corner, and Craig, you started speaking my language when you said a fastball right down the middle. She needs to clear the bases.
Yeah,
and walk off.
Yeah,
she needs to hit. This has got to be because she's done nothing. Let's just be real.
It doesn't matter what she says at this point. She just has to figure out a way. And again, I agree with Frank Luntz. I'm going to do a podcast on this on Wednesday. Frank Luntz said that the correct answers for her would have been there's things that her and Biden have done wrong on the border. She wants to try to get it corrected. I'm starting with this bipartisan bill. When she said, I'm not going to do anything different, then what she in essence said is exactly what I said weeks ago. She's simply an extension of Biden's presidency. So if you like what Biden is doing, then she's just going to do the same thing. That's it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about the military support for
Nope.
Israel and Ukraine. That's going to continue under either president because they have contracts, they have treaties. They can't break the contracts and treaties without you go to Raytheon and McDonnell Douglas and GE, who makes weapons that makes money off of the sales, and say, the men that are working for you making these weapons, we're not gonna sell your weapons to these countries, and then you start losing business and guys start getting unemployed. They're not going to do that. So they're lined up on that initially, but this right here, the stuff she came out with today, it was pandering bullshit because it should have been part of her thing. At least Dr. Tiasan Johnson, again, like about his plan before I get off here, he separates state issue from federal issue. That at least gives the men who are supporting it. I would take state stuff out. I would just say, this is a state issue. So if somebody lives in Montana, their law is going to be different than I live in Kentucky. So we already have a marijuana law.
I don't think you should take the state stuff down because that gives black men the initiative to get more involved in their state politics.
No, that's what I'm saying. You separate the two and create two separate lists because some people may not care about Social Security and life insurance. Some people may not care about, especially if you're 25. You're not life insurance and Social Security is something you may not care about. That's a federal issue. But now, AB, I agree with you. Yeah, if you live in Oregon, you have a different marijuana law than the people in Ohio.
Right.
You live in Colorado, you have a different marijuana law than the people have in my state, Kentucky. So that's a separate thing. The federal issue, like paternity leave, it's a state issue. That's true. The federal government can't get paternity leave. So that's what I'm saying. You separate into two different things.
Don't forget about paternity fraud as well.
Well, yeah, that's fine. It's a state issue. Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's a state issue. If you want Tennessee, that Democrat that got that law passed, he wanted jail time. Yeah, he was a Democrat. Do
you have a YouTube channel?
I do. Yeah.
Can you put in the link so I can subscribe to it?
Oh, yeah. If y'all want to, you can. It's this Craig the Tech guy. I should pop up, but yeah, if you want to.
I think I'm already in. I got some catch up listening to do on your channel, and I will.
That's fine. The guy in Tennessee wanted jail time for the women committing paternity fraud, and he wanted to be bipartisan, and the Republicans down there in Tennessee said no, that's too hard. So he came back with a fine, and when the fine came out, they all got behind the fine and said, okay, we can get bipartisan support on a fine. So
I'm okay with that.
That's fine too. That's fine. Yeah, and as long as the man's name, I think, comes off, like he said, as long as the guy's name comes off the list to have to pay child support, that's what their goal was. So again, that's what I said before. Nobody, I think, was a very famous man, says you don't always get what you want, but you can get what you need. Very famous man named Mick Jagger saying that. So just in closing, with Kamala Harris, did I understand this? I do agree with the guy that AB played earlier about some of this is about getting payback. I do agree with that black woman. Because again, they weren't 100% wrong. So I understand they're being a little facetious with it. But yeah, that black woman's right. Black women will take advantage of the programs. Black men, I think a lot of the problem is that they don't understand is black men want to be put first. And this should have been first, and it wasn't. And so it looks like pandering. It could be sincere. What she's talking could literally be sincere. And it's just not going to matter because she's doing it like you all said, in the 11th hour.
Yes.
It looks bad. It's just a bad look. So, but I'm going to jump off. AB, go ahead and have a great show. I got to go to work in the morning. So,
hey, Craig, thanks for coming, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, but Dr. Johnson's plan, if somebody put that on Twitter or X, and it was immediately attacked by black women. It was literally, they were saying, you all don't want to pay child support. You all don't want to you want to blame women for everything. No, I can't support this. So, but
did they read the damn thing?
Yeah. No,
he didn't read it. So, yeah, it did. Somebody put it on Twitter. And it wasn't Dr. Johnson. It was somebody else that put up It was a big old gold bar letter. It said Black Men's Agenda or something like that, and it was savaged by women. It's not all women. Just like right now with Obama saying the shit he did, there's a lot of Black women online saying what he did was bullshit. That's the truth. That's the
It
truth.
is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But all
I
right,
can
guys, you have
confirm
a
that.
good one.
I can confirm
right,
that
Craig.
there are a lot of black women pushing back on what Obama said about black men need to let me y'all intimidated by a black woman being president. It's like, okay,
BGS, what would you say about that?
now that is bullshit.
I believe what you're looking for is
Now that is some bullshit.
Thank you. What would I do without you, Snowman?
But yeah, when I was playing that one dude, I was looking for that. What is gay?
What
Because
is
that ring
gay?
node, I was like,
let me give you a bonus play of that then, because with that septum ring, all you have to wonder is
What is gay?
exactly.
Okay, BGS reminds me of ABBA when he does the impression of that Ugandan preacher, There is a sickness of the highest order.
oh Lord.
Shout out to BGS. It turns out Kamala Harris is black after all. Oh well, I'm not voting for her, so what's the big deal?
She's a collar. Yes, I said it. She's actually black.
Yeah, I hope some of you crybabies who whine to BGS about it are watching, because I'm sick of y'all interrupting the fucking show every time when he's trying to do something else. I'm sick
Thank
of y'all
you.
doing that.
Thank you.
So if
Like
you
I
want to
said
cry
earlier.
about it, go ahead and cry about it. But like it or not, BGS proved that she's black. Get over it.
Those bastards.
That doesn't mean you have to go vote for her. Good Lord. No one's saying she's ADOS.
She's not. This reminds me of a joke. Charlie Murphy, when he had his one comedy album called I Will Not Apologize. He had this bit where he had this weird, he talked about, he voted for Obama back in 2008. He said he had a weird dream where he was interviewing Obama, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he asked, so Barack, what's your first thing you want to do as president? He said, well, Charlie, the first thing I want to do is stop the pussification of America. I want to make it legally. I want to make it legal that that your average American can slap the shit out of anybody who's being pussified. Oh, wait, hold on. You mean you want to legalize the bitch slap? Yeah, I knew there was something I liked about you, Obama. Bitch slapping motherfuckers, smoking Newports. But the point I want to say is this. He talked about how Reverend Al Sharpton, of all people, questioned Obama's blackness. And Obama said, well, Charlie, first of all, he's the one with the haircut like George Washington. And yes, you are right. I am black. I'm black enough to pimp slap you, Reverend Al. And I'm white enough to look at you and think nothing happened. Food for thought. Food for thought.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Some food for thought. Now, since this is the Black Manosphere, we're going to have a little fun.
You're white people.
Right now.
What?
We're about to have a little.
Anybody else get grossed out?
Oh, it's already on the screen? Oh, never mind. Forgot.
When older men, like I'm 45.
We don't care.
Older men my age and older say that they will never date an old woman, considering me old. That's what you're old.
Whose fault is that?
Dear, let me respond to that. When I met the woman, you know what the age of my woman was that became my wife?
Uh-oh.
Now she says she's 45, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me blow this theory out of the water right now. On September 1st, 2018, I met the woman who would become the love of my life, who would become my bride. Her name is Jody Kay. You know how old you know how old Jody was when I met her, you dumb bitch?
How old?
She was 46.
And you were how old again? And Snowman?
Jody was 46
And how
when I
old
met her.
And you were how old at the time, Snowman?
Same.
Exactly. So what's the
Yeah,
problem?
we were both 46 when we met. Okay, we're both 52 now, steaming toward 53. What's your problem?
One guy I asked that, like, if you are with somebody, they're going to eventually age. They're going to get older. By the grace of God, hopefully they will get older. This man told me he was 50 years old and he does not mess around with anybody older than 20. And he says by the time that person would turn his age, he'd be dead. I need you to listen to men when they say that they don't want anybody older. They will go for your kids. It's growth.
You fucking idiot.
What's going on, Lewis?
What's up, Lewis?
What's up? What's up?
What
I
up,
got a
man?
gold
Semper Fi,
mine.
do or die, nigga.
What you got?
What you get now?
I got Dr. Julio admitting that Kevin Samuels and the Black Manosphere was right. I'm recording this shit right now.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
So he finally came clean, huh?
They're talking about an article with 58% of Black women that have kids are with different. Remember the argument that 58% of the women that have multiple kids with different baby daddies.
Yeah.
And I got another one with Nicole Michelle confessing. So I'm probably gonna be up tonight just recording this shit.
Oh damn.
Man, I can't wait when that drops. I can't wait when that drops.
You know what? Louis? We should start calling you MVP.
Yes.
Because you basically balling out of control with all this information you're dropping on us.
Yeah, I saw that Kamala came out with a so-called plan for Black men, so I decided to, go over that. Of course, I didn't go through the whole thing, but
Thank God. It was too long. If it's too long for AB, then it's too long for all of
Too
us.
long and painful.
But yeah,
Yes.
it was a long word salad, load of crap. So I just got the bullet points out.
That's a king size word
and
salad.
some of it was repeating itself. So I was like, okay, let me get the main bullet points out to give brothers a gist of what's going on here. But they ain't gonna attempt half of that stuff anyway. Then as I showed you guys, half of it was Donald Trump is coming. Oh my God. President 2025 is coming. Oh my gosh. That's what it was that. So,
Lewis, I'm loving your stuff. That's all I'll say. I'm loving your stuff, man.
So Dr. Julio bent the knee, huh?
No, he's
yeah. Right
I
now,
kind of figured he may have been on that path, but I wasn't sure.
well,
Because I could kind of hear it in some of his standalone videos. Like, is he switching up?
and the women got so bad that they forced Nicole Michelle and Pink Pill to reverse course. So,
Oh wow.
Oh,
they got Chris in the reverse course, huh?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's that bad. And right now, I'm recording this shit right now. So if you hear something in the background, that's what's it. But go ahead.
I can't really hear anything, so you good.
All right. Go ahead with your show, AB. I don't want to distract your topic. Go ahead.
Actually, we appreciate this, man. You've been very insightful because we were just getting funny, and you just made us have a big laugh. We all
Yeah,
needed a good laugh, man.
I was taking a break anyway. That's why I showed this heifer on the screen. Just to have a little
And
fun.
I
Well, check
destroyed
your phone.
it.
Check your phone. I sent you the thumbnail, AB.
Yeah, it's probably about Stephen A. Smith and whoever.
No, I sent you the thumbnail in the
Oh,
messages on your
okay.
phone.
I'll take
And
a
this
look.
and this heifer's argument just got destroyed by yours truly.
Oh, I knew an older sister that got married to her brother, and I think she was in her 50s when she
Yeah.
got married to him, and to her credit, she stayed married to that man till he passed away.
Mm.
I mean, we don't have to look too far. I mean, look at Charles, his late grandfather. His late
Mm-hmm.
grandfather's widow. How old was she? How old is she right now?
I don't remember her exact age, but
It was
to
like
her
a
credit,
it was like a 15 to 20-year age difference, and
she
this was his second marriage.
yeah. Hold on, let me finish. She was married to him for about. They were both older, so but they were married for about 10 or 13 years before he passed. The man's wife had passed, and then he told my mother he didn't want to live alone, so he married this woman, and they stayed married till the day he died.
I know of a couple here. There's this older woman I know. She was widowed, and a friend of hers, when she passed away, was survived by her husband. That friend's dying wish was to tell her husband to marry her friend. So they're both on their second marriage, and I got a chance to meet this gentleman.
Yeah, let's finish this heifer out.
Pay attention to men that hate older women. Pay attention.
We don't hate older women. We just can't stand your asses, like Patrice would say.
We don't hate older women.
But I certainly don't. I'm married to one.
In fact, let me let y'all in on something. Some of the coolest people to talk to you who are widows who live alone with their dogs.
Yep. I used to take care of one when I did healthcare, when I did in-home healthcare. And there's nothing wrong. Look, heifer, it ain't nothing wrong with talking to an older woman. As I said, I met my wife a year past your age.
Oops.
And she makes me and I her younger every day. How do you like them apples?
Well, maybe if y'all didn't act like a bunch of 12-year-olds who ain't got no sense, you could get a man.
Exactly.
Who says it out loud?
How about the
Or nagging ass
How about the
what lady?
how about the fact how about the fact that Jody, listen to me carefully, honey. Okay, we here right now. We here. Okay, we're here. Listen to me carefully. How about the fact that the woman who I happily married, who is not your skin tone, is the woman who saved my life 3 times.
So like the old Kenny Rogers song, she's once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Yep.
Yes, I had to quote Kenny Rogers here.
And that's no problem at all. How about the fact that the woman I met, who I'm happily married to, who don't look like you, when she found out I got diagnosed with cancer, leapt into action while I was still dealing with the shock.
Mm.
And this is after I got fogged out with chemo. This is after I stupidly have been put on a bunch of medicine. Oh, and I don't call her Dr. K for nothing.
And it put you
He's
guys,
working on
put a dent in your cat, and it put you guys in quite a hole with all that medical bills and shit, right?
exactly. We're talking. Let me put it this way. As my wife has told me several times, to the tune of over $1 million.
As Chris Rock once said, there is no money being made in the cure. The money is in the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in when he did his special 99 called Bigger and Blacker, folks. But
anybody else?
Jody saved my damn life.
Jody has saved your life in more ways than you think, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you saved her life in more ways than you think as well.
Mm-hmm. What is this heifer's name?
Does it matter? She looks like she looks like a goofy ass Kim Cole. She looks like Kim Cole's retarded ass cousin. She looked like Kim. No, she looked like Kim Cole's dumbass little sister. That's what she looks like.
She looked like a Braxton to me, but you know.
Yo, whose wingtips am I looking at right there?
Oh, those my Ferragamo shoes.
Oh.
Oh.
And you got let's see, purple and black striped socks and some purple slacks. Okay, you know what? I gotta take you back to 1980s WWE.
They're burgundy, not purple. Burgundy.
Oh, burgundy. Oh, it's hard to tell from this angle, but you know what, Louis? I'm tempted to. I realize what we're gonna do for Halloween for you. I'm gonna get you a cane. I'm either gonna get you a hat or a Kangol. We're gonna get you a Jerry curl wig, and you are gonna be the Doctor style slick. Because you're a Jive Soul bro, motherfucker. Of course, we're gonna have the dark. Of course, we gotta get you tan. Get you a few shades darker. Remember, Slick is dark.
Slick.
You don't remember Slick?
No, I don't remember Slick.
Slick was one of the best.
He replaced Classy Freddie Blassie.
Freddie Blassie. Yes, he did.
Yeah, and he was the manager of Big Boss Man, One Man Game, aka Hakeem the African Dream,
mm-hmm.
and Butch Reed. Butch Reed.
The natural Butch Reed when he was blonde haired. Also, you're forgetting. For a while, he also managed Rick the Model Martel, and then when he became Reverend Slick, he also managed the Ugandan giant Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Not Kamala Harris, motherfuckers. We're talking about different Kamala.
Different Kamala. Different Kamala.
They're not going to put Slick in the Hall of Fame because he had called out a lot of the racism in the WWF back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but WWE is now under new management. I'm sure they could.
He doesn't care. He's sticking to his guns.
Okay.
He's sticking to his guns, and he did that during a show quite a few times, calling out racism. Man.
You know what the funny thing about Slick was?
All right. Yeah. Moving on.
But yeah, Kamala Harris allegedly has a plan for black men 2 weeks before the election. Gee, I wonder why.
BJS, what do you think? What's your take on that plan, first of all?
What is BGS's take? What am I thinking of? Oh yeah, I'm thinking about this.
Now that is some bullshit.
Thank you.
I made this little clip from Lewis. I made this little clip from CapCut.
Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
You're wrong for that, bro.
How dare you besmirch Mighty Mouse, man?
Yo. Is it me or Barack is just getting older by the day?
Yeah,
by the
minute, yeah.
A lot of it was from the presidency, and a lot more of it was because of Michelle in those 8 years in the goddamn White House.
He didn't look like that when his presidency was over. He didn't even look like that when Trump got sworn in. He's just aging. Age is catching up with him.
Yeah,
and
it also probably doesn't help that his daughters are grown now doing crazy shit, but you know.
They're allowed to be crazy. Leave them alone.
You know,
damn teenagers.
AB,
they're not teenagers
when you
anymore.
sent that When you sent that clip to me in
Mhm.
my messenger, there was a note. AB sent that clip to me in my messenger, and there was a note that said preview for tonight.
Yeah.
I just happened to be I watched it while I was driving to get dinner for me and my wife.
Well, you didn't have an accident, did you?
As I said when I called you, you asshole.
Well, AB is a lovable asshole, but an asshole nonetheless.
Listen, and I also said there are no lies to be found with what he put together, none whatsoever.
And
Yeah.
of course, you know I had to clip this one out.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Speaking
I
of, it's
was
always
gonna
Jermaine.
just do I was just gonna do a picture of Kamala, but then I saw that picture like, oh, that picture's perfect.
Oh, wait, go back to the picture. Let me look at that picture for a minute.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Look at their faces. You can look at their Kamala. She's like, and he's like, you motherfucking bitch. He hates this bitch for real.
He has to kowtow to her now. It's too close to the election.
Yeah, he's got a kowtow. He's got a. He's
He's
towing
got
a
a
fucking line.
and everything that he said, BGS said is best. It's nothing but a bunch of smoke.
Yep.
It's a smoke. Let's see. Let me think. I'll compare this to the way I compared the situation where they were changing the name of the Washington Redskins. It's a smoke screen.
By the way, I heard there's a petition to get it changed back.
There's a big petition to get it changed back.
In fact, the family of the guy that's on the logo was like, "What are y'all doing? We didn't want you to take it down. What you doing?"
Well, sponsors threatened to pull out. All this got started because sponsors threatened to pull away from the Redskins when Daniel Snyder was in charge. Now that they have a new owner, they're working very hard behind the scenes to make the Redskins the Redskins. There's a big petition out right now. And I think within the next season or two, we will see a change.
Okay.
If it don't, I can always play Madden.
Well, if the Commanders win with that name, you might see them with that name, still stuck with the Commanders.
Yeah.
Hey,
but at the same time, it's still a shared history.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Brian.
Yes.
It could have been a whole lot worse. Look at Cleveland's baseball team. They went from the Indians to the Guardians. What the fuck are you guarding in Cleveland?
No comment.
But they're in the ACLS right now.
Again, no comment.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I got so many thoughts on that, on the Fighting Illini, on a few other names and logos, the way they look. The Bradley Braves, they didn't change that, but they were forced to change. They were forced to change the logo. They were forced to change the logo of the Bradley Braves. They're forced to change the logo of the Atlanta Braves. But if any of you paid attention to baseball this year, they're bringing back the old Atlanta Braves logo and uniform slowly as like an alternate.
Oh, okay. The Blackhawks, nobody bothered them, did they?
Nobody bothered the Blackhawks.
Well, look this way. It's man. A couple of weeks, you'll have plenty of bronsexual stories to talk about.
AB, in case you forgot, that shit never stops.
He's never going to run out of bronsexual confessions.
I got too many as it is.
Did they send a young man to the G League? I hope.
No.
Oh boy.
He's a Nepo baby. He's a Nepo baby. What do you expect? And his brother is going to be joining them soon.
To Brian
No.
gave credit. That's how I figured out I was really getting old because when they went after him for having a white girl, the first thing that popped in my head, y'all leave that young man alone.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it for a minute, like, oh shit, I am that old.
No, you like Bernie Mac, man. You just sick of this shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I am that old. I'm too old for this shit. Oh, I'm older than his daddy, so yeah, I am that
Like,
old to say that.
like it was said, like Danny Glover said, I'm getting too old for this shit.
That's like in the dialysis center. If I'm dealing with a tech that was born after 2000, I just look at him. I reserve the right to say to you, "Oh, just a baby."
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started because a few years ago, it was 2020. This is when the shutdown started, and I went and I had to go to electronics store because I was looking for a dehumidifier and a humidifier for my apartment, my previous apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And I bumped into this 20-year-old. She was 20 at the time. She just turned 20. And I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it. She is 20. She was born in 2000, and she's 20. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
am I that old?
Yes, you're that old. You got to suffer like
I
the
know
rest of us.
I know I'm that old.
I mean,
I know I'm old.
I was 37 at the time. I'm like, am I that
Mm-hmm.
old? Hey, what up, better you?
Hey,
Speaking of
we
old
got better
man.
you in that building.
Better
What's going
you,
on,
what's
brother?
up?
How y'all doing this evening, man?
Oh, we are good.
Yeah.
Hey, how the baby doing, by the way? I hope she didn't get a toothache from all the cookies I gave her. The milk and cookies.
She's doing well, brother.
All right.
Good.
And the boy?
Good.
Actually, I ain't talked to 10K today.
If you caught up with AB's show was early tonight, you realize, oh shit, I need to protect this little motherfucker right now, ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
No, because he has karate practice and everything.
Oh, that's
nice.
what's up.
Yeah, so on Monday. So he normally calls me, but I've been door dashing all day.
Okay.
And I'm just
Same.
now that you said that, I just realized phone never rung. So I'll catch him tomorrow morning before he goes to school.
But yeah, better you since you're just coming in. Apparently, Kamala Harris has a plan for black men. A plan.
Is it a plan or is it concepts of a plan?
Actually, it's probably close to the concepts of a plan.
Better you. I have
actually,
two. Go ahead, AB. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go on, because I'm just going to show him. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Better you. I have two responses for that question.
Mm-hmm.
First, that camp needs to
Stop the cap.
And second, what we've been saying all night.
Now that is some bullshit.
Now, this is the website. It's part of a website. It's KamalaHarris.com/agenda. And this is the title. Kamala Harris will deliver for black men. You know, list all the points. I'm not going through them again. But funny enough, yes. This is not misinformation, better you. She has a picture of Donald Trump in her plan for black men.
What?
And I'm gonna go on and do what I was doing earlier. Donald Trump is a serious threat to the lives and opportunities of black Americans and black men. Oh my gosh.
Can you scroll up for a second, AB? I'll leave y'all with.
Things will get worse. Go ahead.
I'm gonna leave y'all up a little more, up a little more. Go back to that first picture. No, yeah, that one right there. Okay. That one right there. I will leave y'all with the immortal words, or should I say, immortal question of BGS. If you take a look at this picture right here, I want y'all to follow the.
Oh yeah, I see what you're about to do. Go ahead.
You know what I'm about to do. If y'all take a look at this picture right here, you can't help but think, what is gay?
Oh dear.
And I leave y'all with find the lie.
No lie to be found here. But understand, Brian,
Yes, sir.
as a certain half Ethiopian, half Eritrean over in Montreal would say, pretending to be a Ugandan pastor, there is a strictness of the highest order.
As I said, with that picture, and I leave y'all with this. What is gay?
As y'all can see, she got some. She's listening out our plan here. It's long as fuck. So I kind of briefly went over it, but here she got some more crap on Donald Trump.
A whole lot of crap.
Yeah,
I didn't get through the whole thing, but I did see that earlier. I don't know if you noticed. I'm sure you did notice. I forgot who I'm talking to. Black men and others.
Yeah.
I saw that like 4 or 5 times. And I was like, throw this bullshit in the goddamn trash. This is more lackluster than Stacey Abrams. You're
I was hoping y'all would catch that.
Yeah, you would have thought they would
What
learn
are these others? Let's have a talk.
I leave y'all with this. I leave y'all with the song, and I think you know it well. Use a troll. Use a troll. I said that use a troll.
Whoa!
What in the all types of blue hell?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You really can.
You really can. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Good night, Snowman.
Good night.
Our bets to the reparations too.
Yeah, and all this 2 weeks before the election.
Oh yeah, I do think though, AB, because I know everybody's been talking about what Obama said over the weekend and the fact that all the pundits are having their reactions to it. I think that was intentional by him, and I don't think that he.
think so too.
Because he, considering all the behind the scenes murmurs and shit.
Yeah.
I actually think this is one of the times where him and Fuckboy Joe is perfectly aligned. Both of them don't like Kamala. And
So you think he took a poison pill?
Oh, yeah. Because Obama, don't get me wrong, he loves the finger wag, but he is far more intelligent to just, and you know what? Especially when he looks around too, he's like, is some cameras rolling? So y'all got cameras? All right, it's on? All right, oh yeah. I'm about to throw some bullshit around here. Like I feel like that was very intentional. I feel like that was one of those ones where under the cover of I'm campaigning and trying to whip them in line for Kamala, I know exactly how this is gonna go over.
Yeah, and we all know. Go ahead.
No, I thought the same thing at first, but then when I was listening to BGS when he was talking about it, I'm kind of conflicted because if he was self-sabotaging, he stuck his foot in his mouth due to this with the misogyny thing, right? Because me, I voted for Cynthia McKinney when she ran for president, and I voted for Hillary Clinton, and I know a lot of people that voted for Hillary Clinton. And here's the thing where he fucked up at. A lot of motherfuckers voted for Barack Obama just because he's a brother, and everybody knew damn well that Hillary. They thought at the time Hillary Clinton was a more qualified candidate to be president than Obama. So that rhetoric was like kind of contradictory, and he made his own self look bad with saying that.
But then again,
we all know what their mode is going to be after the election.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
AB,
Yeah.
I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman for that. Because, like, you know what?
I am too.
Go ahead.
I'm
Blame
like,
all
hey,
of
what you gonna do about it?
blame us.
Yo,
Guess
better
what?
you,
Yeah.
better
What's up?
you.
No, let him finish. Neighbor, let him
Yeah.
Okay,
finish.
sorry, finish your thought.
But yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, it with that blame, it comes if you trying to do politics and do politics ingenuously. Like, you can keep trying to shame, blame, and explain. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. It'll be demonstrated that you ain't gonna get nowhere. Now let's come to the table and let's actually fucking talk. Because guess what? I got a list of demands, and I'm willing to take hostages.
Well,
Yes, sir.
yeah, better you. I just have one
Yes,
question
sir.
for you. Is the Bedside Baptist Church open right now? Because I need
Oh
to
my
make a
God.
confession.
Y'all keep talking for
I
me.
need
I'll
a
be right
cleanse.
back.
I need help, man.
Confession.
I need to talk to the pastor right now because I need help, man. Because I'm spiritually conflicted. Because I want to listen to. I hear this bullshit, but it feels like the devil isn't coming in me when I hear this bullshit, man. I need to be healed. I need to be healed bad, man. I need some spiritual healing right now. They saying all kinds of bad things about me being a black man. I need spiritual healing. I need some spiritual healing. Pastor, better you can help me, man. Brother, man, pray for me. You gotta pray for me.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, we gonna have some community. Go ahead and go in the refrigerator and get that Welch's juice on out there.
I got rice milk and water, and I also got some chocolate brownie cake. Will that do?
Hey, good enough.
Okay. AB ruined my appetite earlier when he read this bullshit to me. I just got it back. You know I love you, AB. You know I love you, AB.
This was the biggest piece of bullshit I've ever seen. I'll say this though, I didn't do my due diligence and read it all the way through, just because it was clear like it was a
It was
waste of time.
repeating anyway, so yeah.
It was all repetitive.
I got down to about the picture, and I was like, the whole Trump threat thing. I'm like, you do realize that that's kind of how black men see y'all right now, right? Y'all don't keep y'all promises. Y'all are literally dangerous to us. You literally playing black people's face. We're not gonna give you reparations. We gonna give it to Jose who just hopped the border.
Yeah.
We not gonna protect you. You the number one victim of hate crime since forever in this country.
We ain't protecting you. We're protecting
we
Ling
gonna
Ling.
stop Asian hate. Yeah. It's like everything we ask for, they give to somebody else, and it's like, you know what? I don't know what it's gonna take for some people. I've heard the whole Democratic plantation thing for so long, and I didn't quite believe it, but now I see it, bro. Like, there are so many people who they might bitch and moan about the Democrats all day long, but they love that plantation. They love that liberal racism.
Because
Oh
that's
yeah,
all they know.
I pointed this out on Facebook. The Democrat Party was started by the slave owner, and many black people are still enslaved to it today.
The
Can I
irony.
be a little radical?
Go ahead.
Please.
I have to invoke the spirit. Let me get my Ouija board out and invoke the spirit of David Carroll.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh shit!
No, look.
Uncle Dave.
Yeah, Uncle Dave. When you fell, we had the opportunity when we were the majority minority, and we failed to exercise our power, and we allowed them as a group to do this constantly. And with our women constantly taking their wombs to the chop shop, and our population stayed flatlined, and we were overtaken by the Hispanic, and you look at the Hispanic, they are exercising power, and they constantly hold people accountable. That's why every election you'll see this pocket vote for a Democrat or for a Republican, because they're vying for power. We just vote for symbolic reasons. So in a nihilistic way of saying we get everything we deserve.
I.e.,
I,
prime example of what you're saying, Lewis, would be like the Cubans down in Florida, the Puerto Ricans in New York, the Mexicans over in California,
Yeah,
as well as
yeah,
in Texas and Arizona.
yeah. And to your point, another quote from Dave Carroll I always loved, and that me out my chair rolling. Some black woman just wanted to touch the hem of his garment, the hem of the white man's garment. Oh man, when he said that, I was cracking up.
But and also look at all the people. What do they all have in common? The Hispanics, the Arabs, the Asians, all the people that's coming over here. What's one constant thing they have in common?
They play both sides.
They have babies.
Intact families.
That too,
babies.
babies.
They
Intact
have,
families.
yep, and they're growing their population, which keeps their political power in check.
Although their populations are their birth rates are starting to, decline a little bit, with each generation, because each generation becomes more and more assimilated with American culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, where I'm at, I'm always seeing a pregnant Spanish or Arab woman. I'm always seeing that women. No, I'm talking about people that are here, even the children. They get married and they have a bunch of kids. I see them. They come in my store all the time.
Well, okay, that I can vouch for. That I'm familiar with.
Because a lot of those Hispanics, they're fucking Catholic, and the Arabs, they're Muslim. They don't play that shit with abortion and none of that stuff.
Yeah. No, it's be fruitful and multiply, as a good book said. Same thing with the small hat community, the Orthodox and the small hat community. Be fruitful and multiply. And
neighbor, I'm trying to move. Okay.
Sorry.
But I do. So yeah, I believe it. I believe it that they're having more kids, and they're not acting like they have no damn sense, like our women. No. They don't, because they don't put up with that kind of shit.
They're patriarchal societies too.
The other thing, and probably the more important thing I would say, is if you pay attention, their groups have very clear agendas. But anytime I see a black agenda for a quote unquote black organization, I see so much black and brown, LGBTQIA2S, PQRS plus minus ampersand, all this bullshit in there that it's like, that ain't our struggle.
Right.
That ain't it. And when you go over there and look at the Hispanic agenda and all this other stuff, they don't say shit about no black and brown. They don't give a fuck about us.
No.
Latinos have their own racism. People forget in Latin America there was a color-based racism down there.
No, they don't pose our problem. That's why I laugh at these folks. We need to have a black and brown coalition. I'm like, okay. After 50 years, y'all still haven't learned the fucking lesson yet? Okay.
Have you conversed with an Afro-Latino? They'll tell you how fucked up it is where they came from and how they're viewed a certain way because they're darker than most people.
Yeah, I mean, there's anti-blackness in a lot of Latin communities, even the ones that are coming here. I have a few friends that are in New York, and they've told me personally, like, yeah, some of these immigrants are just straight up out of pocket. Like, they barely can speak a lick of English, but they learn how to converse in English to disrespect you. It's like, yo, this motherfucker can't tell you, like, hey, I'm looking for this item, but he know how to say, oh, you black, you lazy. Like, fuck out of here. So,
do y'all remember Richard Pryor when he said, and this is back in the 70s on his album, which is something I said, we said, white folks are tired of our ass. They bring themselves some new niggas. In his case, we're talking about the Vietnamese and such. He was talking about how they're going to army camps learning how to be good citizens because they're all trying to learn how to say the N-word shit.
Yeah. Now I got 35 watching. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit my Cash App. Support the show. Hit the super chat. Support the show. Cash App's
You
link
know,
is pinned to the top. Go ahead.
my bad. You know something that is super scary though, AB?
Yeah.
Malcolm X had a speech about the white liberal
Yep.
back in the 60s. And you get a couple little edits to update it. It is still fucking true.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
That shit is chilling to me.
Well, in the meantime, let me ask you better. Do you remember H. Rap Brown?
H who?
H. Rap Brown.
I haven't heard of him.
He was an associate of Stokely Carmichael. And
H. Rap Brown.
H. Rap Brown. He later converted to Islam and changed his name to Sheikh Jamil Alamin Abdullah.
Jamil Abdullah. Okay.
So he, back in the 60s, when he was still known as H. Rap Brown, he had a speech called Individualism versus Collectivism, and how he explained how the black man has been misled and sold on individualism while white people are actually doing collectivism. At one point he said it was like, be careful about, just like how Malcolm X had to warn about coons and shit. He said, be careful about the black man who's co-opted to do the white man's bidding.
Speaking of which, better you check this one out.
Really irritates me about MAGA. It's the hate speech. It's the hate speech that they don't even see. Kamala Harris represents the best of us. And
what?
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up.
Yeah, you heard that, brother. You heard it.
Oh shit.
Since no man's not here.
I wasn't ready.
Since no man's not here, I just say, what in the all types of blue hell, especially because the bitch got burgundy red hair.
And what I mean by that is, she is a black woman who is educated.
No comments.
District attorney, attorney general, senator, vice president, and the Democratic nominee for the president of the United States. No other black woman on this planet can say that they've done that. No other black man can say that they've done all that.
While also being former DA's jump off.
I literally personally know a dozen K's that I legit would feel better with the country being in their hands than Kamala. Like, no cap.
But the nerve of this bitch right here. Listen to this one.
And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro say, yeah, we got a good house here. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would.
Now she's trying to make fun of that Commodore, but if you saw I put in the chat, you shouldn't talk about yourself like that.
Oh damn.
This is on TikTok, of course, but
the electoral college excuse is getting old. I know what the electoral college is. And at one point in history, when we were 3/5 a person and couldn't vote, it might have really mattered. But you're a whole person now. Your vote is equal to a white person's vote. These are the percentages of black.
Lord, she's slow.
Why bother?
Yeah, you're right. Why bother?
You know what? I ain't gonna say it.
Not going to say it.
Nah. I don't
Please
want
tell
us
me.
to get
Please tell me
branded.
you weren't. Please tell me you weren't catching feelings like a certain red bone over in Houston.
Nah. I'll
Better
just
not
put it
be.
in the chat. I'm not. First of all, she's basic. I can throw a rock. I can throw a rock and hit 30 of them. Not that I'm
Yeah.
advocating throwing rocks at women or anything like that. Before anybody tries to twist anything that we say.
Just don't sound like Eddie Long when you say that. When you talk about throwing rocks. I got
Hey,
5 rocks and I ain't throwing one yet.
Oh boy.
I shouldn't be talking to Neil about the dead like that.
False prophets don't count. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. That's why you got a false prophet running this church now. Ooh, did I say that out loud?
We've had way too many false prophets running amok out here.
Oh,
DB.
wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean false prophet. I meant blasphemer.
Like a certain bitch ass who disrespected the memory of Kevin Samuels last year when he passed.
But anyway, that's me getting in my religious side. So
That's all right.
been on for 2 hours.
You know, you have every right to be, have every right to view things how you do.
But also better you. I played. Believe it or not, Kamala Harris did a interview with Roly Poly.
She gave Roland an interview?
Yes.
God dog. All that I knew all that sipping was gonna pay off for him.
Yeah. She gave him the interview. She gave Roly Poly the interview.
How long was it?
Like 30 minutes.
Damn, she gave him 30?
Yeah, she gave him 30 minutes.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, in
Pulling out all the
interview
stops, huh?
too. In fact, I'm not gonna play the whole interview, but I'll pull it up for you. See YouTube. I'm just gonna go on my history.
Well, you know the good thing about that is he'll be quiet for a little bit now because he only is about his cut, so he don't really give a fuck about black folks.
I just
Of course not.
I just hope after the interview they weren't doing the wobble together.
Huh?
I just hope he wasn't trying to. I hope he and Kamala weren't doing the wobble after the interview.
General, when I took on the big banks, and because they were doing predatory lending, and a lot of the folks who were targeted with that predatory lending were black folks who are being told, oh, you don't need to worry about it. We're going to give you this money. And so you can buy a home without actually doing the analysis to figure out if they'd be able to afford to pay it back, right? And folks, the home, actually, I'm not gone. It brings crumbs, mortgage discrimination.
I'm sorry, I have to skip through the word salad now. I can't take it anymore.
Didn't she cut Steve Mnuchin? Well, didn't Steve Mnuchin cut her a check?
Yep.
And she kind of didn't do that. Oh, okay. Just one. Thought
Yeah,
real
she
time
cut
fact check.
Steve Mnuchin the check, and he robbed people of their houses. Yep. Yeah.
Also, discrimination in home appraisals. We've taken on the fact that those stories about a black family is trying to get their home appraised. They want to get a second mortgage, they want to sell the house, whatever, and they bring in the appraiser. The appraiser looks around, looks at the family pictures, and appraises it for less than it's worth. The family knows that. They're not stupid.
The black folks got to remove photos.
So
books,
then they
DVDs,
remove photos and everything else, right? They remove
strip all the blackness.
all of that. And then they ask a white family that's a friend of theirs, come in, they put up their pictures, and the house gets appraised for more. Racial bias. We're taking that on for the first time. And I want to give due credit to former Secretary of HUD, Marcia Fudge, for being a leader on that. These are the things we've taken on. And as president, to your point about supply, I'm going to.
Okay, that's enough of that. You want to watch the interview, you can do so later. In fact, I'll copy it. I'll copy the link. You can watch it later.
AB.
I've done enough of her interviews on this channel.
Yeah. AB.
Yeah.
Because of you, I can never watch Mighty Mouse ever again. Here I come. In fact, play that right now. Play that right now.
Oh, let me hold on. Give me a second. Oh, here it is.
Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
And the irony is, he's got those big ass ears.
Yeah.
He's got those ears like Mighty Mice.
I forget the name of the YouTuber. I actually he played. He used to this YouTuber. I can't think of his name right now. But he used to play whenever a simp was talking. Here I come to say, man, I just busted out. I was like that. I thought that was the funniest shit I ever heard.
Just like how BGS should start playing, Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis Presley. Because the blue.
Yeah, I actually got another version of Here It Come to Save the Day. Let's see.
Think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Here I come to save the day.
Oh, the Three Musketeers and D'Artagnan. All for one, and one for Kamala.
What you mean, the Three Musketeers and the Simp?
No, that's more like that. More like.
Here I come to save the day.
More
Wait,
like,
I'm sorry. That's an insult to the Musketeers.
Actually, it's more like Janice. It's more like Janice Slight and the Pimps in the
Name
sense.
her.
Sorry.
It's like the Three Sassy Tears and the Simp.
Here I come to save the day.
I was thinking more like Janice Slight and the Simps.
Man. The one with Van Jones, man. That's. I said that.
We need to protect this system. We need to protect this system. Not those motherfuckers.
Somebody need to check on Van Jones. That man cried tired too goddamn much.
Get him a goddamn Kleenex.
He keeping them motherfuckers in business, boy. I tell you.
He should get Kleenex. He should get a Kleenex endorsement, man. Imagine. I remember who was Alonzo Bowden, a comedian, once said, like, imagine if politicians in Congress had suits similar to like the racing suits of NASCAR drivers with all their sponsors and everything like that, or more of their campaign contributors and shit. Van Jones, he'd have a Kleenex here. He'd have a certain drug company here.
I was thinking I would have put Little Dara on there too. My name's Little Dara. My name's Little Dara, huh? Leave Kamala alone. Leave Kamala alone, huh?
I liked him better in the Friday After Next movie as a Santa Claus.
I liked it when he got ran over. That was some funny shit.
No, my favorite part was when he tried to jump out the window, but the window was boarded up. When that person at the 2x4s.
But when Pinky hit that motherfucker, I was rolling. Now come on, kid, get back in the car.
All those cues. Those checks must be good as fuck. They're coming from the DNC, boy. That's all I can say. Steve Harvey. It's funny because DL, he was the biggest one back in 2020. Because he was like, yeah, she fake as fuck. Y'all right not to trust her. Now he like, oh, she the shit, man. She it. She is it.
It's because out of his hatred for Trump. He hates Donald Trump.
I don't think it's that. I think, like I said, must be a hell of a check.
That too. Everybody talk about like who was it? Y'all remember when what was it? Steve Harvey visited Trump at Trump Towers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Cedric Dennis talked about that, and he said, I had to talk with Steve after that. And he hit him with the Bill Duke line because that he like, you know, you fucked up, right, Steve? You know that. You know, fucked up. You fucked up now. You know that, right? You know, fucked up.
Yeah, I'm about to shut down, fellas. I'm going to finish watching Taker and Booker T. They did an interview.
Oh shit! Was it on Booker T's podcast?
No, it was on Undertaker's 6 Feet Under.
6 Feet Under. Okay.
Shout out to Mark Calloway.
Can I get this one last point off?
Sure.
The one to name it to your point.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one thing I can say that we as people need to do if we're going to accept this duopoly. Then we need to make inroads, and we need to actually engage both sides of the political spectrum, because it doesn't make sense to I can only deal with Democrats, and if a Republican is in there, my agenda shut down for 4 to 8 years, while everybody else is working and engaging and getting, you know what, get what you can. Yeah, you know.
Better you? I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better.
Wait a minute. Shout out to Laypad SWAT. Someone to start producing Van Jones crying dolls, $8.99 per sale. That's funny.
Better you? To your point, I wouldn't just say talk to them at the federal level. Talk to your local politicians at the local level, at the county level, at the state level. So you can develop a rapport with them, and that way you can work your way up to get your agenda where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because who gives? I mean, the weird thing about the U.S. election is everybody's so focused on the presidential election, but nobody really has that much focus when it comes to voting in their local councilman for the city hall, let alone the mayor, or their state legislator, let alone the governor, or their senators, or their House representative for their respective district.
Like where I'm at, I'm in Augusta, but where I stay at is technically right outside of Augusta in a suburb called Martinez. Like I'm right on the line.
Georgia?
And everything past that line is Columbia County, and it goes from deep blue to deep red. And it's one of those things where, as far as like the local government, yeah, it's all Republicans, but local officials are really easy to deal with. I mean,
because these
your neighbors.
Yeah,
you can reach out and touch somebody. Like if they get real out of pocket, hey, I know where you stay. All right.
Yeah, Georgia.
By the way, better you.
Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta ask him something. What was the talk of the town when Stacey Abrams was running the second time?
It was flat. It wasn't that same energy there. And I actually met Stacey the first time.
Okay.
And the second time when I went to go see her, it was just like it was like she got bleached of all the personality and substance. And it was like, man, it's pretty much like she sounded like the Black Hillary Clinton.
Damn.
It was like, make me governor because I'm here. My name's Stacey Abrams, and you should make me governor. It's like, yeah, but what you gonna do for the state? Like you was talking some stuff about like, yo, you and Gillum and doing healthcare reform and doing rampant education, and it was like, yep, Kemp's bad. And I'm like, no, hold up there, man. Hey, my paycheck look pretty good. Kemp ain't tripping with these taxes and shit. So, for the most part, you really don't notice Kemp there. Which, for the most part, he probably doing a really solid job. He probably doing some shit in the background, but he's not polarizing like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people aren't opposed to him because economically, we're doing we're doing fairly well. Like there's a lot of growth and development happening in Georgia. So it's kind of like you can't say Georgia's economy is bad because we're getting investment. We are growing, and it's kind of like you need some type of substance. You need something that other than I'll be the first black governor of Georgia.
Well,
Because
what you can't be just because of the first black. That means you understand what that means. If you become the first black governor of Georgia, that means the pressure going to be on you to deliver even more so. Because you have to be.
Don't get me started because a couple of weeks ago we had a Senate candidate come into our church talking about I'll be the first black woman. Like I don't care what the fuck you're gonna do for me.
Good answer.
I would be. Let me finish. I'm gonna be the first black senator to be elected to Indiana. If you elect me, blah blah blah. I was like, and why should I vote for you?
That part.
Kamala Harris is going to need help to get her agenda passed. Blah blah blah. No substance whatsoever.
Was that congresswoman down in Texas, the one who called Taylor Greene bad built bitch?
Oh,
Jasmine
Crockett. Yeah.
Is she up? Is her seat up for election this year or
when?
Yeah,
I think they run every 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a representative. Yeah.
Is her seat up for grabs this year?
Yep.
I think they
representatives
put
every 2 years.
Hey, better you straight up. I think they pushed Jasmine Crockett because they use her to convince the simps because she got a pretty face.
And because of what she said about most of the Republicans cussing them out and shit.
I can see it because like I felt like they tried to use her to what's the word?
No avail.
Humanize Kamala.
Yeah.
Like during the DNC and after and everything, talking about her stories, how Kamala comforted her crying and all this shit. And I was like, okay.
We don't care.
All right.
By the way, better you.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to make a promise for me. Since AB had to start singing "Georgia on My Mind," that reminded me of something.
Oh, Lord.
If I pass by Augusta on my way to Atlanta, and if you hear an old motherfucker from California screaming in the trunk of the car, you saw nothing. Just understand it's a special delivery for Fannie Willis.
Oh.
Old Gorilla Grip.
Oh, that's right. He did say he wanted to hit Gorilla Grip. That's funny.
I did say that BGS was talking about. He said about Fannie Willis. I said, "Listen, BGS, if you want me to kidnap you and take you to Atlanta, I got you covered. Just don't fight. Just don't fight me on the way."
So funny thing, one of my old employees that I mentored, his mom is a federal judge. Well, was a federal judge. She passed away a couple months ago.
Oh, my condolences.
She's a nice lady, but she has connections with Fannie Willis, so she worked with Fannie, and his sister works for the Fannie's office. Like she's like the number 3 person in her office right now. So I remember we was talking one day. He was like, if you really want to meet Fannie, I can get you in there. I looked at it, I was like, motherfucker, you serious? He's like, yeah. I said, oh yeah. I was like, she like young brothers? He's like, oh yeah. She like hood? He's like, put your Cuban link on. I said, hey, look, man. Tell her, a young brother with a strong
reason.
Oh shit.
Reason.
Hey, I said, I know that thing serious, boy. He had it saved in his phone like that.
Oh man. Oh shit. Well, you know what, better you? If shit hits the fan with the economy, hey, you better as well start putting on those Cuban links. Baby girl gonna need some new shoes for preschool.
I should have known something was wrong when she came up there with that dress on backwards. I was like, good Lord, what's wrong with her?
Hey, I wanted to get a hold of him and not let go.
Well, you know her nickname, Gorilla Grip Pussy. You can't make that shit up.
I bet
BTS
her
up there
favorite.
talking about. I want to have some of that Gorilla Grip. I want to see if it's actually Gorilla Grip.
I bet your dick gonna start singing Steve. Smokey Robinson. You really got a hold on me afterwards.
Hey, whatever happened with her daughter? Her daughter got pulled over. Did you hear about that?
No,
I ain't hear about that.
No, I heard about that.
Apparently,
When
her
was
daughter
this?
got pulled a couple of weeks ago.
Wait, she has a daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, Gorilla Grip Pussy. Yeah, somebody got let off in there, man.
Yeah, her daughter got pulled over a couple of weeks ago, and she pulled up on the scene with her alleged not boyfriend Nathan Wade. Oops.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell? I mean, so what happened when she pulled up?
I don't know. I guess she's trying to get her daughter off or whatever.
I don't blame her. Wait, how old is his daughter?
Her daughter, I don't know.
Can you look it up, please?
Real
I
quick,
think her
Crying
daughter's
Jones.
in like her 20s or something.
Yeah,
If
real
I'm
quick, Crying
remembering
Jones.
right.
Go to bed.
Oh no, we got Crying Jones up in here.
Hey, what's going on, brothers? Hey, I saw someone said need to start producing these Van Jones crime dolls, man. I had to come through, man.
You know good
That
for
was
that, bro.
LAPD SWAT, man. You wrong for that, nigga. You wrong for that. LAPD SWAT one.
Hey,
Wow.
what's funny is that I saw that video, AB, with her pulling up on her daughter when they stopped her or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was some kerflufflery on that one because I believe she was able to get her daughter off of that case. You know what I'm saying? And she pulled up with the dude too, and it was like official. She like who I am type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And they they kind of let her go with it. And they trying to say, oh, is that corruption? I'm like, well, what do you think?
No.
It can't be corruption. Not Fanny.
Yeah, it's corruption. What you expect?
Yeah, I actually did you get a chance to I saw brother Killer Mike over there on Bill Maher's show, and I don't know if you got a chance to see that one, but he was up there with I think it was Senator Sununu, and he had actually mentioned he actually put in a good word, man, for reparations. And I saw a lot of cats coming out there with like, oh man, you seem like if you say anything about reparations now, it's so politically driven now that even a brother like Killer Mike, which is a successful brother, obviously he doesn't need any reparations. So obviously, he's actually speaking for the culture. And I saw that he actually, put himself out there on the line, even just speaking on it. And I thought that was real interesting that they was like so hard on him about that. And I tell people this all the time. I'm like, yo, when is it a problem when anyone else wants their reparations for wrongs done to them by government, by corporations, by entities, when they actually get their checks? And their people don't ever come out and say, when the last time you've heard Japanese and Japanese second or third generation diaspora come out against Japanese getting their reparations for their time in the internment camps? Have you ever heard them complain about other Japanese people getting reparations? Have you ever heard that?
No.
They ain't going to.
And they shouldn't, right? Why would you complain about your people that have gotten done wrong? And obviously, the Japanese, okay, yeah, they did get done wrong. They put them in the internment camps or whatever, this and that. But I mean, what? That was World War II. I mean, as ADOS and FBA and people that are our culture who have served, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and even specifically to the point where I even heard Walls and Kamala, and Benny Thompson, which is a senator from Mississippi, just keep constantly saying, well, the reason why we keep this border open, and I even heard Bill Clinton say, they didn't brought Bill Clinton out there even to say, well, we need, all the construction workers, 1/3 of them are, illegal immigrants. So we need illegal immigrants to, to do the construction. And then he also mentioned, he said, well, we need them because we got a big problem of not having enough children in our country. So we need them to have the children over here, and we need them to do construction jobs that Americans don't want to do, these low skilled jobs. And I'm like, well, when did they start saying low skilled jobs? The electricians and plumbers and framers, that's not low skilled.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good paying job, man. That those brothers get paid a lot more money than the average, let's just say a Walmart worker or something like that. Those are skilled jobs.
Yeah.
No, and if I can add on to what you just said too, brother, when it comes down to it, things that like construction, things like the dry cleaners, those used to be black jobs and black businesses. But over the years, the government's made a lot of sweetheart deals with different communities to allow them to be able to come in, out compete unnaturally with a lot of former black businesses that were there. And now these have become enterprises dominated by people who not like us, and we're effectively locked out of it.
Yes.
Even some of the ends, I would use the example for like the Indians. The Indians came over here, right? And they're heavily, and there's a group of them, the Patels specifically, that have inns, right? Hotels, what you have. So they were able to have these hotels. And I heard a white guy, he was talking about investing. And he was speaking on how he invested in the Indians. So he was like, a lot of the white people was like, well, we don't want to invest in the Indians because we call them curry hotels. And then the dude was like, what do you mean curry hotels? He said, well, it's because they live in their hotel and they cook curry in the hotel. So the hotel smells like curry, racist, trope.
You hear this throughout the whole Western Europe. You heard this also in the UK when they call them curry. Same thing in South Africa.
Right.
Yeah,
And the guy, to his credit, the guy, he's a white guy. And he was like, well, man, you know what? A lot of these guys own a lot of these hotels. Some of them don't have, some of them are just like regular old schmegler, different kind of hotels, but they're not like, let's say that they didn't have the Motel 6 or they didn't have the Holiday Inn moniker. So he was able to go in just right here in Houston, and he was able to get like 30 or 40 of those guys who were having their own independent chains, got them all built up together, and then set it up to where they was able to get loans, okay, to increase the value of their properties and specifically bring in Indian only inn owners to be able to get loans. And I said, that's funny that they can do that for them, yet and still, if we say anything that, for black men, they don't want us to get a foot in on anything. But when they start saying minorities, right? Well, certain minorities, like my brother just said, you're absolutely correct. They have given them sweetheart deals. Remember back in the days before the integration and stuff like that, when we got, with the civil rights, we in black owned neighborhoods and black neighborhoods, who ran the liquor stores? Black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dry cleaners, it was black people. Now, who is running them? Most of the time, it's Asian diaspora people, Vietnamese, Chinese, insert Asian diaspora, whereas you feel. And then the inns are run by the Indians. And then the gas stations are run by the Indians. And they've all gotten sweetheart deals. They've all gotten sweetheart and loans, interest-free loans, a lot of times forgiveness loans. They've done that for them. They didn't call it reparations, so to speak, but they weren't even here. And to hear Bill Clinton get out there and say that, and I was like, well, hold on, you know what? Before we brought in all these construction workers that we needed that we didn't, that we don't want to hire black people for. Before, who was building the railroads before the Chinese and before all these other people? Who in Reconstruction? Who was building all this stuff
Black
before
folks.
we were immigrants?
Shit, it was us.
Yeah,
Hell, that's where
brothers,
John
brothers,
Henry came from.
Especially the chain gangs.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry, I got to shut down. I'm getting ready to fall asleep.
Okay.
I'd like to
my
thank
bad.
everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.